Hello, everyone. Good evening. Very glad to be here. And we're talking about a very interesting topic. As business owners, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to turn your profits. You want your business to be, growing in leaps and bounds. You want your account balance, to just be looking romantic and very nice. You just want to open your bank account and be smiling. So that's what we're here to talk about today. Net profit, how to calculate it, what is it, and how do we calculate it? How do we work with it? Yes. So I'm sure. Please let me know that you can see my screen. I'm guessing. Okay. All right. Thanks. So I'm sure we're all business owners. You've probably heard things like, let me use very common examples. Transport business, there's money inside. You buy a bus, you give somebody to drive to you and for you, then the person will be remitting maybe 30 or 40,000 naira to you every week. At the end of the month, you get like between 100 and 120k, cool cash, no stress, makes sense. Like, make your like mad money. Like, oh, there's money in that business. There's money in that business. One of the ones I was trending recently was food transport, buying things cheap from the north and bringing it to the south to sell. So to Lagos, to the southwest to sell. And then of course, there's money. You buy a basket of onions for 10,000 naira in, for instance, I can't remember the exact states they were calling, so I'll just use these are examples. So you buy a bag of onions for 10,000 naira in Jigawa, then you come to Lagos and a bag of onions in Lagos is 50,000 naira, 40,000 naira, just like that. There's money in the business, and everybody will now start trying to find information, start rushing in, only to get inside and start biting their fingers. Why? Because they did not factor in expenses, to get their net profit. So how do you really know that there's, a business is actually profitable, is that actually makes money? That's what we're going to be talking about this evening, very quickly, because my time is short. So what is net profit? Now, as opposed to there's money in the business, you will make plenty money. Let me look for another popular business. I had like 3 examples. For some reason, the last one I can't remember now. But then, so things like makeup, like things that seem like easy money that you just invest a little and then you're making. If you spend 5,000 naira to buy this phone, by the time you sell it for 50,000 naira money. But then people don't usually calculate the expenses that they incur to sell the phone, to transport the goods from, to where they want to finally sell it. The cost of even maintaining, if you have a warehouse, maintaining the warehouse before you then finally sell or you provide the service to then say, you've made the money. So people don't really factor in all of those costs. So what is net profits is just the part of your sales or your revenue or your turnover. Sales revenue and turnover all mean the same thing. So the part of that is left at the end of, so when you've removed all the expenses that you spent, if you're paying taxes, if you're selling the market and you pay these dues, daily dues, monthly dues, weekly dues, left after all of those have been deducted is what is actually your net profit. So now going back to my transport example, people OGs in the transport business now started coming out to say that don't let these people deceive you. It's not straightforward like that though. That yes, you will buy a bag of onions for 10,000 naira, for instance, but you will pay driver that is going to bring the bag of onions from Jigawa to Lagos. You probably pay the driver 20,000 naira for that bag of onions, or collective, probably you're buying 10 bags of onions and you're going to pay, so that's 100,000 naira. You will pay the driver that is bringing the bag of onions for you 20,000 naira. You will buy fuel for the lorry that the driver is going to use to bring the bag of onions to Lagos. That's another 20,000 naira. So that's 40,000 naira. You're also going to all the checkpoints along the way. You will be settling so that they will not disturb you or hold your goods. You'll be settling. You now budget another 30,000 naira for that before it will now finally get to Lagos. So that's you spent 70,000 naira on your 100,000 naira worth of products to now get it to Lagos. Then when you're now selling your bag of onions for 50,000 naira, your profit is not actually 40,000. It is it is 50,000 naira minus the cost that you used to bring it, the money you paid to the driver, the money that you paid, to settle all the checkpoints along the way, the money you used to buy fuel, and any other, if you had to buy airtime to, call your suppliers, call the driver, all of those expenses, your net profit is that the part that is left after you've deducted all the expenses related to what it is that you're selling or the service that you're providing. Is the total sales of the company minus expenses, again, such as cost of goods sold, so the cost of the item itself, the cost of running your generator, or paying your staff if you have employees that you work with, servicing your machines, everything associated with the business. That is what your net profit is. You deduct all the expenses and then you arrive at your net profit. So from my explanation, I've already started talking about how to calculate your net profit. So your net profit, again, for the OG, apologies. So for the OG business people, you already know what gross profit is. Your gross profit is your total sales minus the direct cost. So if you're selling bags, your gross profit will be the amount that you sell a bag minus the cost of that bag to you, and any other direct cost. So if you shipped the bag from China, that's also, you also deduct that from your sales to get your gross profit. And then your net profit is then your gross profit minus all the other expenses, your salary, selling and distribution cost, if you pay for Facebook ads, if you pay for influencers to run ads for your business, minus all of that is now how you get your net profits, and then also minus your taxes. While again, note that your gross profit is your sales minus the cost of the items that you're selling or the direct cost that you incur. So for instance, if I have a hair salon and then I make people's hair, I use my own shampoo that they pay me for. When I'm calculating my gross profit, the cost of the shampoo that I use for clients becomes my own direct cost. And then other expenses to get my net profit, I'll now deduct things like the amount I'm paying to hairdressers that work in the salon, the amount that I used to buy diesel to run my generator, if I have to repair my what they call them, the hair heaters and all of hair dryers and all of that, all of those will now come under my indirect costs as my business expense to arrive at my net profits. We're going to look at some in-depth examples just to be sure that we're all clear. Please, you can ask questions, you can drop questions in the chat box if you have any as we go along. Okay, so I've spoken about this. So to get your gross profit, you subtract the cost of the item that you're selling or the good that or the service that you're providing from your total. So what you charge your customers, what it costs you to provide the goods or the service that you're selling minus what you charge your customers is how you get your gross profit. And then your net profit is then your gross profit minus every other thing, all the other indirect costs. So if you are into confectionaries, for instance, your own gross profit is going to be the cost of things, your baking items like your flour, baking powder, milk, sugar. Those will be your own cost of goods sold that you subtract from your sales, to get your gross profit. And then to get your net profits as a baker, you then subtract, if you have people that are working in your store that are or fellow bakers that are baking under you, the salaries that you pay them. If you have like a cold room where you store your other items so that they don't go bad, you subtract the rent for that place. You subtract the cost of buying electricity, buying diesel, buying fuel. You subtract, maybe you have to do logistical arrangements, so sometimes to get to your clients. You subtract all of that to then arrive at what your net profit for the month is, or for the period that you're looking at is. Please, I hope we are clear. I hope you understand what I'm explaining.
Guys, if you have any questions so far, you can drop them in the chat box and then we will pick them up once comments done, so that you don't forget your questions. You can actually drop them in the chat box.
Okay, thank you, Petra. So we are now going to look at an example. We're going to look at an example. So for this person now, let's say this person is Comer Enterprises, and Comer Enterprises is well, she's a fashion designer. She owns a fashion house. So she makes clothes, ready to wear clothes to sell to people. So in the month of June, Comer Enterprise sold 100,000 naira in revenue, or rather, she sold a product worth 100,000 naira. So she probably sold like 4 bubus or two adire mix up and down pyjama style to get the 100,000 naira. Now, in this case, the cost of goods sold is also known as direct cost. It would be the cost of the materials that she used to sew, the cost of the thread, the buttons, and all the apparels that everything that she used to make the outfits. That's the direct cost of goods sold. So if she's, for instance, sold 4 bubus, all the fabric for the 4, the tailoring for the 4, any like any direct thing that's apart from the fabric itself, thread, stones, designs, everything comes under cost of goods sold, and that cost Comer Enterprises 20,000 naira for June. So Comer's gross profit in June is 80,000 naira. Now, after that, from that 80,000 naira, she has one staff in her shop, that attends, just does small running around, attends to walking customers, packages orders, and the salary for that one staff is 10,000 naira. Then Comer paid 120,000 naira for rent for the year. So to get her monthly rent, she just divides that annual rent by 12 to now say, okay, for if my rent for 1 year is 1.2 is 120,000 naira, then for me to now be getting how much my net profit for each month is, I'll just divide my annual rent by 12 to then see, okay, if my rent for June is 10,000 naira. So that's how she got that 10,000 naira that she put there. Then she bought lights for the store, electricity units from EKDC under band B, obviously not band A, 5,000 naira. And then the machines that she uses to make her clothes, she has two sewing machines that she uses in her store to make her clothes. So again, the same logic that we did with rent. Even though I bought the machine, say 150,000 naira, I know I'm going to use the machine for like 3-4 years. So I cannot just put that whole 150,000 naira as 1 month expense. Instead, I'll say that, okay, I bought this Singer machine for 150,000 naira, but I'll use it for 4 years. So of that 4 years, I'm going to expense 150,000 naira divided by 4. Or let's use 100, so it's 25,000 naira per year. That's the cost that that's what this sewing machine will be costing me every year. And to now get the amount by month, I'll now divide that 25,000 naira divided by 12 to now get the depreciation by month. So that's how I got this 5,000 naira for my net for my my expense sheet. So based on this small listing, my total operating expense for June, factoring in the rent that I paid, the salary that I paid my one staff, the light units that I bought for my store, then my machine that I'm depreciating. Again, I cannot just put the total cost of the machine in 1 month because I will use it for a long time. It's an asset for my business. So I'll just be removing the expense small, as I've explained, the way we divide it by the number of years you're going to use it. And then you now apportion a cost monthly based on what your annual cost is. So my total operating expense based on my total indirect expense, or my total expense out apart from my cost of goods sold, is now 30,000 naira. And that now leaves my, so from the 30,000 naira, I still also have to pay monthly dues to local government people that come to collect from my store. That's 10,000 naira per month. So my net profit, so the gross profit I had, remember how we got the gross profit of 80,000 minus the total expense of 30,000, that's 50,000, then minus my taxes of 10,000. So that brings my net profit to 30,000 naira. Please, are we clear? Do we understand? I can go over it again. There's another example here. Oh, okay. So do we have any questions? I can go over it again if need be. But again, remember, so this is a simple example. You're taking your total sales for the month, and then the first level is that you're going to remove the direct cost of the items that you're selling or the service that you're providing. And then after that, your general overhead costs like your rent, your depreciation, your salary. If you don't have any long-term assets, that's fine. Then you don't need to do depreciation. Or if you're running your business from your house, that's also fine. Then you will not need to do rent. But the key thing is that you're removing all the expenses from the business as it is incurred on a monthly basis, to then say, okay, at the end of June, my net profit was 30,000 naira. At the end of April, my net profit was 40,000 naira. How do I then get to maybe 50,000 naira in July? Or how do I maintain this tempo? How do I grow my business? That's one of the importance of getting your net profit, which we'll be looking at in the next slide. So for the importance, it helps business owners determine your company's financial performance. So forget all the big grammar. It just means, is your business growing? Is it stagnant? Is it improving? How is the economy affecting your business? How is, for instance, Naira has almost doubled or tripled against the dollar in the last 1 year. How has that affected your business? Those are things that affect your net profits. So that is one of the reasons that we need to be able to calculate the net profits. You need to even know is this business making sense, so that you're not like people saying, oh, there's money, we make money, but you're not factoring in the costs of running the business to bring in the money that you're going to make. Then it also helps with financial planning and forecasting. And what this means is, based on your historical performance, you'll be able to determine your future performance. So if last year, based on all my calculations, I've been calculating my net profit on a monthly basis, and at December I realized that so I made 2 million naira from the business in 2023, but my net profit from that 2 million naira was actually 300,000 naira. So it puts me on the spot, because am I spending too much? Is that profit margin normal for my type of business? And if so, how can I increase my performance? How can I go from 2 million to 5 million naira in sales, so that I can move my net profits from 300,000 naira to 1 million naira? So those are the kind of conversations that we have when we're able to, determine if our businesses are actually making money or not. Then it's also good because it helps you with investors and lenders when you're trying to raise funds for your business. If you're going to the bank, your bank will want to put money in a business that's not making profits, or in a business that does not even know if it's making a profit or not. No bank is going to want to do that. So, or no one is going to take you serious. No one is going to want to lend you money or give you a grant or give you access to funding opportunities. So it helps, good finances, good financials help with attracting investors and lenders at good rates. You'll be able to negotiate from a position of power, because, so to speak, you will not look desperate to investors, as opposed to if, you are either unable to provide the financials of your business, or you're constantly running a loss and it doesn't look like there's a profit inside. Even if, see, my business people are talking 300K for a business of 2 million is poor. It's just an example. It's just an example. So yeah, even if a bank might want to lend you money on a loss position, you just expect that the interest rates will be extremely high, because they're taking a risk on you. And yes, it's also a determinant of business growth. If I did 2 million naira last year at a profit of say 500K, I should expect that the subsequent year I should be able to push it a bit, or push it even double, triple my net income. So if that amount is not growing as my business is growing, it again puts me on inquiry. I have to go back to the drawing board to check my strategy. What am I doing wrong? Do I need to cut some expenses? Do I need to maybe branch into a new line? Is it that what I'm selling is no longer moving the market? It puts you on inquiry, and it helps you stay focused on tracking your business growth. So with that, it's a very short presentation. We've come to the end. Please, do we have any questions? I feel like, especially around the calculation itself, though again, you're a business owner, so I expect that maybe you can even teach me self. Maybe you can teach the teacher. That would be great. But yes, do we have any questions?
Hi guys, time for questions. This is the sweet part. So time for questions. Okay, so someone is asking, how accurate is the analytics on Bumper? For instance, the gross profit on the app, how is it calculated? Come, do you want to take it, or should I just answer?
You can take it.
Okay, so hi Toyosi. So I this is what I believe. For you to actually get like very accurate analytics on Bumper, the first thing you need to do is make sure you record everything. So you can't be making sales on your website, and that's recorded on your Bumper app, but then you're making sales on Instagram and you're not recording it. You see where the problem starts to come in. Or you're making sales on WhatsApp and you're not recording it. The analytics are very accurate, but you need to make sure that you're up to date with your records. Everything, especially if you want to use the app to its full benefit, you need to make sure you record everything. I don't know if that answers your question. Perfect. So yes, then the analytics are pretty accurate. Yeah. Fumi says, I can't find the features on Bumper. I only saw expenses and categories. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean. What features are you looking for that you can't find? But well, while Fumi is answering us, if you guys, oh, okay, well, you do need to record information to get analytics, right? I don't know when you started. Okay, sorry, that. Okay. Yeah, but you need to record. You actually need to be able to record. You need to record your data to get appropriate analytics. For expenses and categories, it's almost like what Kome has been talking about. All of those expenses that you're incurring, right? You can create categories for them. So she mentioned rent, utilities, depreciation, all of those things. You can actually record every single expense you make, and even down to the date that you made the expense. And all of these things are actually factored into your analytics. And that gives you like a more holistic view of your entire business finance. But you have to, this part is super important. You have to record everything. I don't know if that helps, but you do need to record everything. Black tax, black tax. I think that one. Wait, who is taxing you? Is your mom collecting money from your business? Because I don't understand. But yes, even if your mom is collecting money from your business, everybody record it. It's important. It's part of the money you are spending. It's part of the expenses. Record everything, okay? And stop giving your family and friends money from your business. But make sure you record everything. So please, do we have any questions for Kome? Do you even want to? Do you want to speak on that?
If I may add about this family and friends parts, one thing I advise business owners to do is to separate your business money from your personal money. So if you want to put yourself on a salary, or open a separate account where all the money for your business goes into, and then maybe you say, okay, from the business I want to survive on 200K every month, and you just remove that and leave the remaining money, so that's when it's like you're putting yourself on a salary. When your salary finishes, normally if you're a paid employee, that's the end. What's the law? Like till next month. So that's something that I advise people to do. So to put yourself on a salary that makes only 100K as profits, in that case you may have to look for, I don't know, again, depends on how time consuming the business is. You may need to scale up or see how you can increase the and it's not stable. Is that the only thing that you do? Is that the only thing that you do? Oh, print on. Okay, wow. Okay, so I can see how that'll be a bit challenging. But the thing is that it's not advisable to if you spend all the business money when you now need the actual money for the business, it becomes a problem. So you need to be able to, just strike that balance so that the business, has in itself, but then you're also able to survive on the little that you're getting from it.
Okay, guys, do we have more questions for Kome? Pounds Empire says, okay, so I guess they got it. You're welcome. Kome, she says, thank you. So, do we have any other questions regarding finance, how you can track all of these things? Again, reiterating the importance of recording most of these things on the Bumper app. And another beautiful thing is that instead of doing pen and paper, which is almost like, I mean, if anything happens now, water can just pour on the table and all that information is gone. Like Kome mentioned earlier, you have the opportunity to, apply for grants, apply for loans, but you need like financial data and history, right? You need to be able to say, okay, for the past 6 months, this is what I've been doing with my business. So that's the beautiful thing about Bumper. You can have all that data, and when you're ready, you just download it and you're good to go. But it is very important that you record everything. You actually have to, yes, you can download it and then you can go print it out. So yes, it's absolutely downloadable. So someone is asking, how do I know when to close a business for not making sales with over 2 million naira inventories? Comment.
Wow. ah, so this is a working capital management problem. So I'm guessing you purchased the stock worth 2 million naira at once when you probably thought like the items were in great demand, right? Queen.
Hi, Queenette. If you can speak, you can just unmute your mic and we can just have the conversation. If you can speak, you can unmute your mic. Otherwise, you can just respond in the chat box.
Yeah. Okay, maybe she can speak now, but I would say that before this is usually a tough thing to say because you'd have to have exhausted all your possible.
Hello, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to come out. Okay, I make scented candles, diffusers, room spray, and skincare products, and it hasn't been easy. I started with scented candles, and knowing that scented candles, diffusers, they are all luxury products, and a lot of people don't know about the product. Like I try to put it out there, though the sales are not forthcoming as much as it should be. At least I've been in business for some time now, since 2022. At least by now my business is supposed to be like picking up, but it's like everything that I don't know. It's like I'm struggling. I'm struggling to stay afloat, and I have products, a lot of product, because the mistake I made was that at the beginning of the business, I was supposed to make little products instead of making them in batches, like little by little. I made a lot of product because I at least the money was coming forth, but not that they are not buying, no, but it's just 1, 2, 3, those kind of things, and it's so frustrating. I'm so tired, and I'm talking to you now. I own a business, but I am working for someone else because I need money. I need to like have an extra source of income, because if I depend on that business alone, I will not do anything. So that's my major problem now in my business.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, so sorry about that. And like you said, scented candles are kind of like a luxury item. So even with the way the economy is now, people don't really have as much disposable income. Or let me not say like the people with a lot of disposable income are not as much as it would have been if the economy was better. So unfortunately, you have to keep pushing. You have to just keep trying to sell So in your case, since you already have the inventory to close it down, you'd probably still have to maybe sell at very discounted rates, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so but I think that since it's again it's not like you're getting way lower sales than what you expect to get.
Yes,
So the
yes.
1, 2, 3, is it in a month?
I have to like go extra miles to sell. Like especially at least the when I knew that the sales was low, I had to go learn how to make skincare products. And though the skincare product they are selling but not that much, but I just started it not last year. So the scented candles has been the main business that I started with right from the very start. So I felt by now at least the business at least must have made a lot of sales. But
I'm so sorry, is the economy too. The economy is part of the economy is
so
part of it.
now what I did was that I own a shop before. So because of the way the whole thing is, I'm presently now and I'm trying to move out of the shop back to the house because I think I even have a better space since I don't pay rent. It's my house. I wouldn't be paying rent. So I had to like try to cut down a lot of expenses. But I'm thinking whether I should just close down the business and
No,
rest
no,
because
no.
this business is giving me BP. Or
So
I
when you
should just
close down the
I should
business,
just keep pushing.
what would you do to close down the business?
Ah, the business that you put in all your money. Like I worked for a very long time, saved to start this business, and starting it, I was like, okay, after some time, I stopped working just to concentrate on the business, and now I'm back to work again because the business is not making enough money to pay bills.
I understand you. So my question is, if you want to close it, what would you do to close down the business?
I've thought of that like so many times. At the same time, I'll be like, okay, should I run a sponsored ad to like make out, probably sell them out for like a discounted price, like even if it's 50 or 40% discount. That was what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know if I should close or I should just keep pushing because everybody keeps telling me that every business person go through this. But I said, but some people will just stay in business 2 years, 3 years. They must have maybe pick up, like at least make something out of it. But I've not really done anything. Now it's as if I'm a failure.
No two businesses are the same. That's one thing you should understand. But I think you can try the discount sales, but not as much as 50%. So maybe you can start with 20%. And then it's good that you've closed the physical store, so you can just probably move the entire store online and try to use ads on Instagram, on Facebook. I think TikTok. There are a lot of people that try to do videos about their products to just try to generate a buzz around it, so that to generate interest. So you can consider all of those options.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kome. Queenette, yeah? Yes, Queenette. So interestingly, you actually have some advice in the chat box. And also Tomisin actually said she wants to add something as well. So Tomisin, please, you can go on.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I can relate with what Queenette is saying. I can relate. So some of the tips I can give is, like they've said, diversify. So okay, so if you are doing scented candles, like you are doing something else already, can you do something else with it? So I primarily run a lactation brand, but because of the challenges with the economy also, I've decided. So because I have a community, I built a community from the start go. So now why we do food sharing, we do a little thing, some things in the community to help build us up. So would you consider maybe building a community? It may not give you returns immediately, but it helps build an audience that would go a long way. It helps bring you returning customers because they've trusted you over time. So they'll keep buying. You don't necessarily have to be stuck on, I want to do scented candle by force. Then can you look for someone around to do collaborations with? Is there maybe any of your friends? Can you do maybe a gift pack? Can you also reduce prices and do maybe 5,000 naira scented candles that is affordable? You maybe do very small sizes. So those are some suggestions. Then run ads too. Run ads. It doesn't have to be something expensive. Spending maybe like 1,500 a day, 2,000, at least to keep creating awareness on your pages. So if you sell at very huge discounts, it's going to be a loss for you. Typically, most businesses don't survive 5 years. Any business that survives 5 years is business that has done a whole lot. So you are not alone. Most small businesses die from statistics before they are 5 years. So trust me, you are not alone on this, and you are not a failure. You are doing very well as far as you are. But look at collaborations, look at running ads, look at maybe creating cheaper products, and maybe doing bundle offers. So somebody who's going to come to you may not necessarily spend 5,000. So if they come, let them come. Maybe they want to buy 2,000 naira candle, then upsell them. Maybe if you buy a diffuser, there's a small. Now we have perfume oils in smaller packs. Economy. Nobody buys. People that buy big perfume are not much, but you see people buying 200 naira perfume oil, 800 naira. Can you also do that size? Can you do maybe candles of that size that is more affordable? So people can buy 5 instead of buying just 1. So it helps you to save delivery fee and all that. So consider. Sorry, my babies are behind me. Sorry. So consider that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tomisi. And Tomisi has said some. I mean, Kunet, I think you can feel the love. You know that we're all supporting you here. So
Yes.
please don't give up. To just add my own 2 cents. I think another thing that you can explore that is not expensive. You don't have to spend money. You just need to spend time. Is involving all your family and friends. I'm not even joking. Like, drag your church members, your school, your former school classmates, put out the word every single day, involve everybody. Trust me, there are people that will buy your products, right? And you may not even need to give them a discounted price, right? Just start, like, talk it on your head. Just like talk to people, like Kome and Tomisin already said as well. Try to find who you can collaborate with, right? And just like, if you even need to go to supermarkets and just put these things there, just so that you can sell them out fast enough. Because I'm assuming that there are a lot. I mean, 2 million worth of products has to be a lot. So you can just start, like, speak to supermarkets in your area, just something, just anything. And these things may not cost you as much. And regarding the ads, I know that most business owners will tell you that social media ads don't work, but that is absolutely incorrect. It is 100% incorrect. You just need to do it well. So my advice would be, if you don't know how to do it, then don't waste money. Just find somebody that can do it for you, right? If you get the right target audience, you will sell out very fast. So that's just like some of the other things I wanted to mention. And good luck. Please don't give up. In fact, you have to check in with us every week. Come to this class every week. You give us updates so that you can get advice. I'm sure other business owners are going to be willing to share from their own experience as well. So thank you so much and all the best. Really good luck, okay? Don't give up.
Thank
and you're not
you so much.
Right, guys. So do we have any other questions? It's almost time for us to wrap up. This class has been fantastic. Okay, so Tomisin has a question. Tomisin, please go.
I don't have a question. I want to fight with you people.
Ah.
Yeah, I came with the gun to a hand fight. I sent emails to all of you. I needed help. I sent mails to all of you. Nobody. Yes, I sent to Petra Bumper. I sent to what's that name? Ayo Dele at Bumper. I sent about 4 of you. Ayo's own bounced. I got the right one. I sent again. I sent the money. I sent in the evening. Nobody replied that mail.
What was
so that's I did not stop last week. I was annoyed. I think I was having issues with ads. I needed help with my ads. My ads, I was having issues. I was trying to follow what Ayodele taught the last time about setting up engagement ads. I think I ran into issues with it.
Okay.
My ad creative, so I needed help. I already sorted it out. Nobody answered me.
I'm
I
so
sorted myself
sorry.
out.
Oh my God.
I said I come and tell you I'm annoyed.
I'm so sorry. Please don't be angry, please. I'm sure that somehow we just missed it. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. You're like an OG member of this community. I'm really sorry. That shouldn't have happened. I'm really sorry. Thank you for even coming to report us to us so that we can move past it. I'm really sorry. Thank you so much. I hope it's all working fine now.
Yes, ads is trial and error. They are trying
Yeah.
to trying to. I've sorted that out. Running ads not
Mhm.
working, so I'm trying to do something else to keep it working. We'll keep doing it. We'll not give up.
We won't give up. That's the spirit. All right. Well done, Tommy Sen. Okay, so do we have any other questions? Please, if you have any issues, you can also bring it up, but please don't be angry and don't come to a water fight with a gun, please. Don't be like Tommy Sen. So guys, any questions at all? We also have Timmy here. He's our product manager. So if you have questions relating to the Bumper app, he's also available to answer whatever question you may have. We have about 13 minutes, although we don't have to spend up to 13 minutes. If we don't have any questions at all, we can wrap up and, call it a day. As usual, I like to keep this very short so that everybody can go back to what they're doing. So since it doesn't seem like any other questions are coming in, I'm going to say this is the end of today's class. So first things first, thank you so much, Kome. Thank you for taking time out of your very special day. Today is Kome's birthday, guys. Thank you for taking time out of your very special day to teach us this very fantastic class. Thank you so much, and happy birthday once again. Happy birthday. Thank you guys for, you're welcome. Thank you guys for showing up. As usual, class was not very full today, which is surprising. Please, next week, bring somebody along, please. Thank you. Don't forget, everything that Kome actually taught today regarding your expenses and whatnot, the Bumper app is available for you to actually record all of these things. Like I mentioned before, you want to be able to track your finance. You want to be able to track all your information, all your data. You want to be able to just download an Excel sheet and just look at everything, or send it to an investor or somebody. You want to be able to do that without looking for all the notes where you've written one or two things down and you're not tracking anything. And that is also how you can even know how well your business is doing financially, right? So please make sure you take advantage of these features on the app that would help you with this particular thing, so that it's not tomorrow when you want to go to invest and they tell you to bring proof of what you're saying and you're like, you don't have it. That's going to be very bad. So please take advantage of the app. Per usual, I don't know if everybody here has subscribed, but very soon we're increasing our subscription prices. I mean, look at the country. I'm sure you understand. So we're increasing it to a certain amount that I will not be disclosing. But the good thing is that if you are still on a free plan, you can still subscribe at the old price and even at a discount because you're here. So as usual, I'm going to share the discount code just for you guys here, only for new subscriptions. So if you're already on a plan, well, I can't help you there. But if you want to subscribe for the first time, just use the code community and you can get, or rather you will get, a 20% discount. Also, don't forget to use Terminal. Bumper Terminal is also available for you to use to get instant notifications on WhatsApp. And if you have staff, they also get notifications as well. And of course, it's a great way to prevent fake bank alerts, which is something that we know is a huge problem in Nigeria. So if you've not checked out Terminal, you can do that with this link that I'm dropping. Please check it out. Okay, let me get the actual link because that one will not be clickable. Check it out, sign up, and if you have any issues, please reach out to support. I doubt you have issues, Sha. We don't do such here. We don't give you issues. So thank you so much, guys. We've come to the end of today's class. I think we can call it a day. See you next week. As usual, there's going to be something new, something fantastic that you can learn about.